Hello, it is Friday, June 21st, 2024. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Friday crossword today, which means first of two themeless puzzles for the week. And after yesterday's very tricky themeless puzzle, seems many of you, themed puzzle, I should say, and it does seem many of you agreed with me on that. I hope today's not too much trickier than that. We'll just have to find out. It's, well, I don't know. We'll see. In any case, this and this mysteriously tricky themeless edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Quotidiophile, Overfull Hitbox, and, as always, the indomitable Shoalmaster and the incorrigible Sheeler Beeler. Thank you so much to the four of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, for their generous support. They do keep this channel going, making it a sustainable part of my daily work, and I'm very grateful to them for that. Those ongoing contributions. Thank you to them, and thanks to everybody who's a patron of the channel. If you'd like to become one yourself, you can head over to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the description field link under the video, and you'll find the bonus videos available to patrons, as well as for benefactors, the Let's Check the Crosses official mug. Thank you to everybody who supports the channel in that manner. And thanks as well if you support the channel by subscribing on YouTube or by liking the videos and commenting from time to time. Those things are all helpful. And finally, you can join the Daily Solve Discord chat server, a nice friendly chat community, which is linked in the description field as well. So with that all said, let's get on to today's crossword, a themeless Friday puzzle by Billy Bratton, who's constructed nearly 10 puzzles for the New York Times. It was edited once again by Joel Faliano, and I can only hope it's maybe a little bit more approachable than yesterday's puzzle, but let's find out. Let's start solving. Literally our thing. Okay, well, I think I know this because it being in quotation marks makes it, well, both, I guess it does suggest that it's a literal translation of this, but also it makes me think it's kind of a phrase, something that actually goes together rather than just our thing in, a particular language. In this case, Cosa Nostra famously means our thing and has been used by members of the Sicilian mafia to refer to each other. It's their thing. It's our thing, they would say. So let's see. I'm not sure that's right, but I'm pretty confident it's right. So let's check the crosses. Turned up. If you turned up to a party, you came to it. So that could be the answer. Shape of the Crab Nebula. An oval? I'm actually not sure about this offhand. I'll keep going. Didn't go down well. Didn't go down. Does it mean didn't go down a well, like a water well? Didn't go down well. Sank? Oh, it is that. It is sank. It's that. So a ship, say the way in which it went down was not well. I guess you could say a sort of submarine goes down well because it's intentional, but if a ship sinks, it goes down poorly. It goes down in a bad manner. I think that might be the answer. Let's look at this. Colorado's Elk Mountains, maybe? Okay, so shape of the Crab Nebula probably is oval then, if it ends with an L, if that's elk. So condescendingly spells out mansplains, if you kind of unnecessarily sort of talk over someone with something that they already actually most likely understand. Which I maybe inadvertently do on this channel, but to be fair, I can't hear anyone talking back. 4 down, Green and others. Al Green, the singer, so owls would be, and others. Dummies, pacifiers. No. Dummies is to pacifiers as something is to diapers. So I don't think I understand what this is referring to. So this is an analogy. So the relationship of dummies to pacifiers is the same as the relationship between something, the answer, and diapers. But I don't understand what dummies is referring to here. I mean, pacifiers and diapers are both, they're both involved in childcare, but nipples? I don't understand what this. Sorry, I don't understand what this is. Thinking because a baby sucks on a pacifier. I don't understand what this is. Sorry. It'll probably seem obvious in retrospect. Maybe some of you are mansplaining it to me, although I guess since I don't know what it is, it would just be explaining. Like much adult programming. On late. Leave damaged. To leave something damaged would be to scar it. Serious situation developing. And there we have little klaxons there. Serious situation develop, or not klaxons, siren lights. This is an emergency? No. This is a red alert? I don't know if that's actually correct. Oh, avalanche. Avalanches. Oh, I didn't read this clue. They go downhill fast. Avalanches. Right, of course. There we go. Oh, nappies? Dummies are to pacifiers as nappies are to diapers. Oh. It's using British slang versus, not slang, British English versus American English. There we go. And I didn't pick up on that at all. Okay, well, there we go. Apologies to my fellow residents of the UK. There we have it. And then, what's this? Parse? No. Oh, yeah, it is. Make sense of is to parse something. And then extend in a way could be to renew it as a subscription. That seems like a bad idea. I wouldn't? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that seems like a bad idea. I wouldn't. Don't do that. Scrap, just a scrap would be a bit of something. And title in children's literature. I'm not sure offhand. Title. I mean, it could be the name of a book. It could be the title of an, it could be an author's title in the sense of Sir or something like that. I don't know. Don't know what this is getting at. Scottish Fold and Russian Blue, e.g. These are cats, right? Scottish Fold? That's a cat, isn't it? Oh, breeds. That's okay. So more generally, Russian Blue. I actually don't know it. Is a Russian Blue a dog? I'm not sure. One might be nesting. Don't know about that one either. Genesis. The beginning, the origin. Not sure. Dutch blank. Dutch oven is some cookware, big heavy pot with a lid. Sticky stuff on a shoe. Sticky stuff, Velcro, could be used to fasten some shoes. Haggis ingredient. Suet. So haggis, the Scottish. I don't know what is the category of dish that haggis is. It's not really I guess you could call. I guess it's basically a sausage. So I guess a fresh sausage rather than a cured one. Anyway, has suet. Industry for marketing majors. Industry for marketing majors. Industry. I'm not sure what this is. It probably should be obvious, but I can't think what it is. Okay. Repeat an interviewer's question, perhaps. To repeat an interviewer's question. Oh, to stall. There we go. So, sort of what I sometimes do when I read these clues. Repeat an interviewer's question. Repeat an interviewer's question. Yeah, I'm stalling. And there we go. That's the answer. Notes taken by a single person. Notes take the question mark. Some kind of pun here. Notes take could be notes as in obviously you read it and it's meant to think of someone taking notes on paper, but it could mean in a punny sense it could be musical notes taken by a single person. And a single person could mean a sole person, but it could also mean someone not involved in a romantic relationship. I don't know. Not sure what we're getting at here. What about this one? Chi-Town Daily. This is Chi-Town, Chicago. So the Chicago Tribune, the Trib, is a nickname for that paper. Okay, it takes suits from around the globe. Court. Some kind of international court. Let's look at this. A piece of wall decor at a lake house, perhaps. An oar. You sometimes see oars mounted on waterfront homes or within them. Vulcans, e.g. Alien Alien race, I suppose. So, e.g., this is an example of our answer. So, Vulcans would be an example of an alien race. Um, were they to be discovered, I suppose. Okay, industry for marketing majors. Oh, sales? Is that an industry or sort of a role within? I guess it could. I guess there's the sales industry, I suppose. I guess to me, I think of that as being a thing that sort of many industries need to perform to market their goods. It takes suits from around the globe. What is this? Why do I not see what it is? Oh, World Court. Oh, right. Okay. So it just means generally speaking. It's not a specific one. It's referring to the concept broadly. Okay. I don't know that I've heard those referred to world courts. Maybe there is one called that. I don't know. It doesn't sound familiar to me. I'm thinking of sort of I don't know, International Criminal Tribunal or something like that. What might come between that and that? That was that. And then blue yarn, a sob story. So a yarn is a story, and something blue could be sad. You're blue, you're feeling down. So a sob story. And then what was this? Notes taken by a single person. So solo. I see. Yeah. So notes, meaning it is musical notes, and you're performing a solo. You're singing or playing notes on your own. You're performing a solo. Okay. Nickname for this is obviously Lucy, but nickname for a 3.2 million year old Australopithecus skeleton discovered in 1974. And that'll be Lucy. I've certainly seen photographs of that skeleton. That is astonishing. 3.2 million years old. Intertwine. To lace things together would be to intertwine them. I think that's probably right. Peddled good. Where you peddle your wares, you sell them. Yeah. We get it, maybe? This occurred to me. I still don't actually know if this is right, because the bit that's been confirmed is this is, which is the least surprising part. I guess we'll find out eventually. In China, it's 1 at birth. Ah, right. Your age is 1 at birth in China. That is an interesting fact. First Stuart King of England, James the First, who was James the Sixth of Scotland. So, in his reign, was known as James the Sixth and First, because he was a Scottish king who became King of England, and therefore united them into a single sort of, it was a personal rule, I guess it's called, when that happens. That was about 100 years, I guess, roughly, before the political union of England and Scotland into the United Kingdom. Word with failure or terror. Deject? I don't. Maybe this probably is wrong. Word with failure or terror. Oh, I don't know why I can't see this. Reject failure, reject terror. Is that? I mean, reject failure, I think I've heard as a phrase. Is reject terror? There are very few words that would fit here, so I just think that kind of must be the answer. COVID test component. A tube that has the reagent or whatever it is that you drop onto the test apparatus. Island, I'm not sure that's right, but let's try it. Island that's home to Popeye Village, a film set turned theme park. I don't have a clue about that. Like some covers. Don't know. Genesis, on set. Okay, this probably isn't correct. Oh, sorry. I need to pause this for 1 sec. Okay, I'm back. Let's get back to whatever this was. COVID test component. Okay, I still don't. Oh, right. What did I said this was maybe onset Genesis. So does that help with this? COVID test component. Swab? Oh, object. Object. No, abject. That's what, oh boy, that took me ages, didn't it? Abject failure or abject terror. Those are definitely phrases. Abject would be obviously a modifier of failure or terror. Okay, so the COVID test component is a swab that you would use on your nose or your mouth. Okay, there we go. Good. So, like some covers, oh, your cover could be blown if you're, say, a secret agent or something. So, what's this? Serious situation developing. This is not a drill. There we go. That's much more of a commonly deployed phrase than what I had in there. So that's good. So one might be nesting. A doll? Oh, nesting, as in Russian nesting dolls. There we go. Is it Matryoshka? So there we go. That's what's nesting. So what's the island that's home to Popeye Village? Malta? Does Malta have a Popeye Village? I have no idea. Biting comment, a barb. Maybe it is. Wow. Paltry, mere, as in a paltry sum, mere sum. I think that, wow, I didn't know that was the case. I wonder why that's, I wonder why that happens to be. I wonder what, oh, I see, because it's filmed. Oh, so Robert Altman must have filmed Popeye in Malta. I see. So it's because it was used to film. Okay, it's not that someone just decided to set this up. I see. Okay. That's really interesting. Okay. I didn't know that. It erupts from time to time. A geyser does. Consideration for the Academy. An Oscar bid is an attempt to position a film as Oscar-worthy. Domicile. So obviously this is playing on the phrase domicile, but something with an igloo. Right, so it's a domicile, a place one would live, with a dome. An igloo is an example of that. Okay, so filth is grime. There we go. Straightforward. Pinged online. You IM'd, instant messaged someone would be a way to sort of ping them to get in contact with them. Sign of sluggishness. Slime trail? Right, okay, yes. A slug literally leaves a trail of slime behind it, so that is a sign of sluggishness. It's a sign of a thing that is a slug. Or is like one, I suppose, sluggishness. Sound in the stacks. Could be, so this, I think this means in a library. So in the stacks, in the book stacks that are, that comprise a library, you might hear someone shushing you to be quiet or shushing someone else. Rare shots, holes in one are certainly rare shots in golf. And hang on, hold it, a sec maybe? Translation material. RNA or DNA? Oh, I misspelled holes in one. Sorry about that. It's RNA. Yeah. So translation material. This is one of those things where I just sort of feel this is right because I understand this as a kind of biological clue in terms of passing on traits and things, but I couldn't. I don't feel capable of explaining it in any more detail than that. I just think this is the answer. RNA. Yeah, ribonucleic acid. Okay. Hang on. Hold it. I think it is probably hold it a sec. And a home of a 20th century art colony. Laos? I don't think I'm familiar with this in particular. Let's see. Screening organization. Oh, no, it's... oh, no. Taos. Is this New Mexico or Texas or something? I'm kind of vaguely familiar with this. Yeah, it's in that region. It's in the Southwest somewhere. I think it's Taos. It might be mispronouncing that. Screening organization, the TSA, the Transport Security Administration, and then function that can be derived from a unit circle sign. So this is a trigonometric function. I always forget which one means what. Here we have Alec Burks, NBA shooting guard since 2011. So there we go. Wouldn't have known the name, don't recognize it, but it is entirely spelled out in the grid, so I think it's right. Airport with the most runways in the world, 8. I don't know what airport that is, with the most runways in the world. I don't know offhand. O'Hare, maybe? Chicago O'Hare? I mean, that is a very busy airport, and it would fit here. going to try it and see. I don't know that as a fact, but it's plausible to me. Sights on the Bollywood red carpet. Saris. Oh boy, we haven't seen. I don't think we've seen a sari in the wild. The official wrapped garment of the New York Times crossword, but it's been some time. Actually, I think last time I said that, some people said they think togas might win, but then I think someone actually researched it and found that sari was more common than toga. I think by some considerable margin. Apologies if I'm misremembering any of that, but let's see. Feature of many a bodega. What would a bodega feature? A deli, I suppose. A bodega could have a kind of, so a bodega, kind of New York corner store, could have a sort of deli counter in it. That might be what that means. Let's look at this and see. Rings given to a lover. Oh, rings as in calls, phone calls, rings. Booty calls, there we go. Fish that can survive for several hours on land. Eels? Eels are so strange that seems plausible to me. Holier than thou type. Do-gooder, yeah. Shares on X for short. I assume this means Twitter. So RTs for retweets? And I think that for some reason they don't like people calling them tweets anymore. So the company would probably object to RTs for retweets, but I mean, that's literally everybody calls it. So that's probably the answer, RTs. Page for a bookmaker. Odds sheet, something like that. A bookmaker makes odds, gambling odds. Or maybe a bookmaker in the sense of an accountant. A timesheet, maybe. I'm not sure about this. It could be that. Roughly half of mice. Toms, male cats. If that's the case, I didn't know that male mice were referred to as toms. Oh no, actually, you know what? I don't think they are, because that doesn't work with this. Title in children's literature. So what's Brer Rabbit? Maybe? I'm not sure if that's right either. Roughly half of mice. Oh, they could be does. That's a word for many female animals. That somehow does sounds more plausible to me for mice than toms does. I'm going to try it and see, and that would allow this to be Brer. So 1 of 17 on a clue board. Doors? Are there 17 doors on a clue or Cluedo board? I didn't know that. I wouldn't have even had the slightest idea how to guess that, but it's probably the answer. And then page for a bookmaker. Oh, is a dope sheet? That sort of sounds. Dope is information, so that sounds pretty plausible. So it probably is someone who's making the odds. So then word at the bottom of some marketing emails. Opt, right? Okay, you opt in or out to marketing, to maybe sales emails. So yeah, I think that's all correct. Let's try it. There we go. Okay, well there we go. This wasn't an easy puzzle. I mean, it wasn't any kind of cakewalk relative to yesterday's, but I certainly didn't get stuck as long or as frequently, I don't think. Certainly solved the puzzle a little more rapidly than yesterday's. At least it felt that way. Yeah, I think that's true. 22 minutes. Anyway, there we go. Still, I thought a tricky one. So let me know how you fared with this one. If Saturday keeps up this trend, this could be a very tricky tomorrow, but we'll just have to come back and find out. But yeah, there we have it. I mean, there was all kinds of interesting stuff in here. I'm absolutely fascinated by the film set turned theme park Popeye Village in Malta. I'll need to look that one up. That's really interesting to me. But there we have it. Lots of good punniness today, which is what we expect from Friday. Let's look at some of those. One might be nesting doll. I mean, obviously you think of a bird or something when you see that. Rings given to a lover was very clever. Blue yarn is pretty clever. Didn't go down well. Was very befuddling to me at first. Notes taken by a single person, a solo. That's very clever. Yeah, lots of good sort of cryptic clues today. And that's often what we expect on a Friday. And there we have it, it delivered. So well done to Billy Bratton, and thanks to you for watching. This was not a drill, and neither is my call to come back tomorrow. That is definitely happening when I will solve the Saturday puzzle. So thank you for joining me today. Hope you come back tomorrow. Until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Friday. Take care.